I like being private. I think it ain't really nobody business. Like, listen to the music and you'll know what you need to know.
One vacation photo just destroyed years of carefully built secrets. When Latto and 21 Savage thought they could slip away to St. Vincent unnoticed, they had no idea that single restaurant snap would ignite the biggest hip-hop relationship controversy of 20. The image wasn't just intimate, it was confirmation of something fans had been piecing together for over 4 years. And now, there's talk of lawsuits, divorce papers, and a wife who's allegedly ready to take this whole mess to court. But here's what makes this story absolutely wild. This wasn't some random paparazzi ambush. The angles, the lighting, the accidental leak, everything about these photos screams calculated strategy. Latto has always been a master at controlling her narrative, and if she orchestrated this reveal, she just played the game at a level most celebrities can't even comprehend. The question isn't whether they're together anymore, it's whether she just forced 21 Savage's hand in the most brilliant way possible.
Latto, she's mad at me because we had shared that she was in a relationship with 21 Savage, or we claimed that she was based on some stuff that we saw online, and she, her team wanted to pay me to take it down, and I said, we don't do that.
Think about it. Latto has spent years perfecting her public image, carefully crafting every social media post and interview response. She's watched other female rappers get torn apart by the media for their relationship choices, and she's learned from their mistakes. This woman doesn't do anything by accident. Every move is calculated, every photo is purposeful, every caption is analyzed before it goes live. So when photos surface of her and 21 looking comfortable and happy in a romantic setting, that's not a slip-up, that's a chess move. The detective work started back in 2020, and honestly, fans deserve medals for the investigation they pulled off. It began with small things that individually meant nothing but together painted a picture that was impossible to ignore. There was the tattoo behind Latto's ear, Shia, which just happens to be 21 Savage's real name. Coincidence? Maybe. But then came the coordinated social media posts, the mysterious birthday tributes that seemed too personal for just friends, and vacation photos from different accounts that showed suspiciously similar backgrounds. The most damning evidence was in their music. Latto started dropping bars about his own 6 guy in her songs, and anyone familiar with Atlanta knows that's 21's neighborhood. Meanwhile, 21 began referencing a big Latto energy in interviews, using phrases that seemed way too specific to be casual mentions. Their collaborators started slipping up too, with producers and writers hinting at studio sessions that never resulted in official releases. Industry insiders whispered about late-night recording sessions that felt more like dates than work meetings. Then there were the family connections that nobody talks about. Mutual friends started appearing in both their circles, attending the same events, posting group photos where Latto and 21 always seemed to gravitate toward each other. The breadcrumbs were everywhere, but both artists maintained their silence with surgical precision. Every interview deflected, every direct question got the same response about focusing on their craft. That level of coordination doesn't happen by accident. But here's where the fan detective work got really intense. People started tracking their locations through background details in Instagram stories. A lamp in 21's story matched furniture in Latto's apartment tour. Similar takeout containers appeared in both their posts on the same nights. Fans even noticed they both had the same obscure playlist updates on Spotify within hours of each other. The internet became a full-scale investigation unit. Honestly, some of these fans could work for the FBI. The fashion coordination was another dead giveaway. They started wearing complementary colors to events, never matching exactly but always harmonizing in a way that felt intentional. Jewelry pieces would disappear from Latto's collection and mysteriously appear in 21's videos. Custom chains with inside jokes that only made sense if you knew both artists personally. These weren't coincidences, they were breadcrumbs for fans smart enough to follow the trail. But the St. Vincent photos changed everything because they showed something fans had never seen: complete comfort in each other's presence. No looking over shoulders, no strategic positioning for cameras, just two people who forgot the world was watching, and that's exactly what made the internet lose its collective mind. The body language told a story that years of careful hiding couldn't erase. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room that makes this situation explosive. Kiana Joseph has been publicly identified as 21 Savage's wife for years, and recent reports suggest she's not handling this vacation reveal well. Multiple outlets have confirmed that divorce proceedings are allegedly in motion, with sources claiming she's been pushed to her limit by the public nature of 21's relationship with Latto. Here's where it gets messy. The marriage to Kiana has always been surrounded by speculation, particularly after 21's 2019 ICE arrest revealed his UK birth and immigration status. Industry whispers have long suggested their union was more strategic than romantic, designed to secure his legal status in the United States. If that's true, it would explain why 21 seemed comfortable being photographed with Latto in broad daylight. The rules of his marriage might have been different from the start. But here's the twist that nobody saw coming. Sources close to the situation claim Kiana wasn't prepared for the relationship to go this public. Rumors suggest she was okay with the arrangement as long as it stayed in the shadows, but seeing her husband's alleged girlfriend plastered across blogs and social media crossed a line she wasn't willing to accept. The reported legal action isn't just about infidelity, it's about humiliation on a global scale. What makes this situation even more complex is the business side of things. Both 21 and Kiana have financial interests tied to their marriage, property ownership, business partnerships, and custody arrangements for their children all become factors in any potential separation. When you're dealing with multi-million-dollar careers and COTS financial portfolios, divorce isn't just personal, it's corporate restructuring. The timing of everything is suspicious too. Just as Latto is reaching new heights in her career, with major label backing and mainstream crossover success, these photos surface. It's either incredibly poor timing or incredibly calculated timing, depending on how you look at it. If Kiana does move forward with legal action, it could complicate everything for both Latto and 21, turning a private matter into very public court documents. What makes this even more intriguing is how both artists have handled relationships in the past. 21 Savage has always kept his personal life locked down tighter than Fort Knox, rarely acknowledging romantic connections publicly. He's been linked to other women over the years, but never with this level of evidence or public acknowledgement. Latto, on the other hand, has been open about wanting to keep future marriages and children private, which makes this public revelation feel completely against her stated wishes, unless it was always part of a bigger plan. The difference in their approaches to privacy has always been fascinating. 21 treats his personal life like classified information, while Latto shares just enough to keep fans interested without revealing everything. She's mastered the art of controlled vulnerability, giving audiences pieces of herself while maintaining boundaries. This dynamic creates an interesting power balance in their alleged relationship. Who controls the narrative when one person wants complete privacy and the other thrives on strategic reveals? The strategic genius of this whole rollout becomes clearer when you analyze how it unfolded. The photos didn't drop on either artist's official accounts. Instead, they leaked through a restaurant's social media, giving both Latto and 21 plausible deniability. The restaurant later claimed they didn't realize who their customers were until after posting, but industry insiders aren't buying that explanation for a second. This is textbook celebrity relationship management. Create buzz without official confirmation, let the internet do the heavy lifting, and maintain just enough mystery to keep people guessing. Latto has studied this playbook from masters like Beyoncé and Rihanna, who both perfected the art of controlled reveals. The difference here is the added complexity of 21's existing marriage situation, which turns a simple relationship reveal into a potential legal nightmare. The photography itself tells a story too. These weren't grainy, distant paparazzi shots. They were clear, well-lit images that captured intimate moments without being invasive. That level of access typically requires cooperation from the subjects or their teams. Professional photographers who've worked with celebrities point out that the angles and timing suggest advanced coordination rather than spontaneous capture. Looking at the technical aspects, the photos were taken during golden hour, providing the most flattering natural lighting. The composition follows classic portrait photography rules, with proper framing and background elements that don't distract from the subjects. These details matter because they suggest professional involvement, not just lucky tourist snapshots. Someone with photography experience was either taking these pictures or coaching the person who was. If Latto did orchestrate this reveal, she just pulled off one of the boldest moves in recent celebrity history. She forced a notoriously private man into the spotlight, created massive media buzz around both their names, and positioned herself as the woman who finally got 21 Savage to go public with a relationship. That's not just relationship strategy, that's career strategy disguised as romance. The business implications are massive too. Both artists likely saw streaming spikes immediately after the photos dropped. Their back catalogs got revisited as fans searched for hidden references to their relationship. Music videos were analyzed frame by frame for clues that had been missed. This kind of organic engagement is worth millions in marketing value, and smart artists know how to capitalize on personal buzz to drive professional success. The fallout from these photos has been swift and intense. Social media exploded with reactions ranging from celebration to outrage, with fans divided on whether to support the relationship or condemn the alleged infidelity. The hashtag started trending within hours, and both artists saw their streaming numbers spike as people revisited their catalogs looking for hidden messages about their romance. Twitter became a battleground of opinions, with Team Latto celebrating her alleged victory in landing one of rap's most eligible bachelors, while Team Kiana expressed outrage over the disrespect shown to 21's wife. The conversation expanded beyond just the relationship, touching on loyalty, marriage, and what constitutes cheating in modern relationships. Think pieces started appearing on major publications within days, analyzing everything from the power dynamics to the potential feminist implications of Latto's alleged strategy. But the real drama is reportedly happening behind closed doors. Sources claim 21's team went into crisis mode immediately after the photos surfaced, with emergency meetings about damage control and legal exposure. Meanwhile, Latto's camp allegedly celebrated the massive media attention, seeing it as validation of their strategic approach to publicity. The contrast in responses tells you everything about how each side views this situation, crisis versus opportunity. The industry response has been fascinating to watch. Other artists have been carefully neutral in public, not wanting to take sides in what could become a messy legal situation. But privately, sources suggest there's a lot of respect for Latto's boldness if she did orchestrate this reveal. In an industry where women often get overshadowed by male counterparts, forcing the conversation to center around her alleged relationship moves some see as genius-level publicity management. The potential lawsuit from Kiana Joseph adds a layer of danger that neither artist can control. Court documents would force both parties to address their relationship status officially, potentially revealing details about their connection that they've kept private for years. Financial arrangements, property ownership, and custody agreements could all become public record, destroying the carefully maintained privacy both artists have worked to protect. Legal experts who specialize in celebrity cases suggest this situation could set precedents for how relationship revelations are handled in the social media age. When private matters become public entertainment, where does personal privacy end and public interest begin? The answers could affect how celebrities manage their relationships for years to come. Industry experts predict this situation will play out in one of two ways. Either the legal pressure forces 21 to make a definitive choice between his wife and Latto, potentially ending one relationship publicly and officially, or the whole thing becomes a prolonged legal battle that damages all parties involved, serving as a cautionary tale about the risks of mixing strategic marriages with genuine romantic connections. There's also a third possibility that nobody's talking about, that all three parties find a way to resolve this privately, with legal agreements and financial settlements that keep the details out of public view. Celebrity legal situations often end with NDAs and sealed court records, leaving the public to speculate forever about what really happened. What's certain is that both artists now face career-defining moments. For Latto, this could cement her status as someone who plays the celebrity game at the highest level, or it could backfire if the legal complications overshadow her musical achievements. She's at a crucial point in her career where mainstream crossover success is within reach, and personal controversy could either fuel that success or derail it completely. For 21 Savage, maintaining his reputation for authenticity becomes crucial as fans question what's real and what's strategic in his personal life. He's built his brand on being genuine and uncompromising, so any perception that he's been playing games with his relationships could damage the trust he's built with his audience. The way he handles this situation will define how fans see him for the rest of his career. The broader implications extend beyond just these three individuals. This situation highlights the evolving nature of celebrity relationships in the social media age, where privacy is nearly impossible and every personal decision becomes public entertainment. Future artists will study this case to understand the risks and rewards of strategic relationship reveals. The St. Vincent photos may have lasted just a weekend, but their impact will define both careers for years to come. Whether this was brilliant strategy or reckless mistake, one thing is clear: the secret is out, and there's no putting it back in the bottle. The only question now is who will emerge from the chaos stronger, and who will learn that some secrets are kept secret for very good reasons. The next few months will tell us everything we need to know about power, privacy, and the price of publicity in modern celebrity culture. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss any of the celebrity gossip. Thanks for watching.